Hey y'all, I get to go to the doctor again. Yay, a different doctor, my neck doctor today. Oh, goody. So tomorrow's going to be in the 40s. Do I look thrilled? Because I'm not. Well, we got spoiled by, you could wear a t-shirt and shorts and it's November. And then Mother Nature says, okay, now I'm going to hit you with real temperatures for this time of year. And then you have the nerve to get an attitude. How do you catch an attitude? It's normal to be cold this time of year. How dare it be cold in November? What is wrong with you? So I told you a friend of mine is addicted to this girl, this chick. And I don't like women being called chicks because chicks are birds, but in her case, she's a chick. It's not her fault as much as it is his, but it kind of is because she's glued to him just as much as he's glued to her. They've not been physical, and she has other dudes that she's involved with. You know what I mean. Playing patty cake in the bedroom. Anyway, why are you flying through the parking lot? Smoking crack or something? Anyway, um, so he's just so addicted to her. And then he has the nerve. We have I don't want to say tradition, but kind of a tradition where we go for Thanksgiving together. It's not a romantic thing. It's just something that he and I do. It's not romantic at all. But then he said, we're going to do it, and this is the time, and da da da. I said, yeah, probably. And then he says, we'll have company. What do you mean? Who? And then, of course, it's her because she is who he's addicted to. And it don't make life any easier for his addiction because she gets these free tickets to go in 4 or 5 star hotels for no cost that have swimming pools and this and that and the other. And they've done that a couple times. So he got more addicted to her. And I'm not going. He didn't discuss it with me. He just needs his heroin, and she's his heroin. He needs his heroin to go with him. And y'all can do that on your own. I don't know them from a can of paint. I don't want people shoved in my face. I don't like that. I don't like that. Not even halfway remotely do I like that. So, no. Y'all do Thanksgiving and keep me out of it. Keep me the hell out of it. It's hard for me to not be pissed at her because she's acting like he's her boyfriend. Both of them are acting like they're involved with each other. And here's the whole, I guess, the whole point. If you can't balance people, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you can't balance people, meaning I care about all of y'all, there's no itemized list where this is my new addiction, so she's at the top of the list and you're at the bottom of the list. If you don't know how to love everybody equally or care about everybody equally, not love, but care about each other equally, then you got no business. I'm going to back off and let you be with whoever's at the top of your list. I know how to balance people. I've always known how to balance people. How I do that or how I know how to do that, I don't know. I guess it's logic. Nobody's going to volunteer to be at the bottom of the list. No one's going to volunteer to have you cancel plans on them at the last minute without telling them because this other person popped up out of nowhere. Ain't nobody going to volunteer for all that. So you have to have a balance. You're supposed to have a circle of love rather than a list. No one is going to volunteer to be at the bottom of the list. Nobody. So, and if you don't know how to do it, you can practice. You know what I mean? You can practice having a circle of people that you care about rather than a list. Nobody's going to volunteer to be, hey, can I be at the bottom of the list? I want to be thought of last or not even thought of at all. Yeah, that'd be cool. No one's going to volunteer for that. Nobody. We got to use some common goddamn sense. I know it's not common anymore, but we got to try. And you know, if you practice using common sense, you might actually start liking it. You might actually go, you know what? That worked out really well. I think I want to keep doing that. I had to put cream on my face. I'm not always good about doing that. But I had to put some cream on my face today because my face was wind beat up yesterday. So then it dries your skin out and then your skin starts flaking and that's not cool. And you got to replenish the moisture. And there's no excuse for me not to do it. I've got a jar that's this big of moisturizer that my skin doesn't flip out when I put it on there. So there's no reason. Half the time I forget. But I put some on today because I don't want to get I don't want to say wind burnt, but you get jacked up by the wind and it tears your skin up, tears everything. It's just not good for you. Anyway, so I gotta go, but there's something that happened with the current, and I'm not trying to get into a political debate. Don't. It's just factual, and it's asinine and illogical, I should say. It's asinine and illogical. So the current admin has decided, and I hope they get sued for it, they've decided that nursing is not a professional degree anymore. You don't get a degree from that. You can't get a loan from the Department of Education because it's not considered a professional degree. That is the most stupidest thing I ever heard in my freaking life. If they only had one inkling what's involved with nursing and how hard they work and how much paperwork they have to do and how they run around like they're crazy trying to take care of an overload of patients that should not be for one nurse. That should be spread out. Dealing with egotistical, sociopathic doctors, not all. Thank God I've got nice doctors and I've had nice doctors. There's only one that I've had over the past several years that if I could legally punch him in the face, I would. Because you don't do surgery on somebody and then drill into their broken bones to repair them with hardware and then have them wake up with surgery with no anesthesia, no pain medication, after surgery. Yes, I was under, but when I woke up, I was in the worst pain I've ever been in my life. You don't do that. And fortunately, it was so traumatic. I can't even, but one of my doctors, my hand doctor, I broke my leg just after I had surgery on my hand. So I couldn't use crutches because my hand was healing and it was just a big mess. But anyway, I went to see my hand doctor. It gets me emotional and I hate it. Anyway, my hand doctor, and I'll get back to the other. My hand doctor said, "What happened to your leg?" Oh God, why did he ask me that? Oh God, oh God, I struggled not to cry. I struggled because the trauma was reopened all over again. Like we're in the Civil War days, where you got to bite on a piece of wood and we're going to cut your leg off with nothing. I mean, you just don't, anyways, I got to calm down. Anyway, that was the worst experience I've ever had with the doctor. When I told him what that other doctor had done, because I'm not going to lie about it, I'm going to tell you straight up what happened. My throat is tight. Breathe, woman, breathe. When I told him what happened, he said beautiful words to me. He said, "You want me to have a talk with him?" I said, "Yes. Yes, please." And he did. And the next time I saw that so-called doctor, the bad one, I saw him one more time so I could rip into him in a nice professional way. I said, you don't do that. I said, you and I talked about a nerve block and it was never done. And he tried to blame it on the anesthesiologist. He also said when he walked in the room, because he was paranoid because my other doctor had called him on the carpet. He was paranoid that I had my cell phone in my hand. He said, you're not recording this, are you? Because that's against policy. Excuse me, motherfucker. You did I didn't say that. But you did surgery on me and had me wake up with no pain meds. And now it's against policy because I have my cell phone in my hand, which every person, every Tom, Dick, Harry, Sally, and Sue have their phone in their hand nowadays. It's against policy for me to record, which I wasn't recording. But it's not against policy to have a patient wake up in agony. Anyway, let me let me pull it together. So nurses bust their ass and are usually, have way too many patients, dealing with evil-ass patients, evil-ass doctors. They bust their damn asses for us. And it's not considered a professional degree. You know what? I don't know what the fuck is happening in America. I don't. I really don't. And I don't know why the government hates its people so much. I really don't. I really don't. You want us to support you. You want us to vote for you. You want us to do all these things to support you. But then every time you turn around, you're cutting our throats. Because people are no longer, they're already chasing, nurses are already leaving the field in droves. And then you pull this shit? What are we going to do when we have no more nurses? Oh, we're going to fill it with AI. Because the only reason they're obsessed with AI is because AI makes a lot of money. Who cares who it hurts in the process? Because that's a typical government way of doing things. We're going to cut your throat. But we're going to chase the money. And if it hurts you, well, that's called collateral damage. I am so disgusted and blown away by the lack of professionalism and the lack of intelligence, the lack of common sense. It's not a political thing as much as it is a lack of common sense thing. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I got to get my ass going. All right, you guys take care. And I started a new medication yesterday because of the agony in my neck. And I don't know what they're going to do today, if they're going to do x-rays today, or I doubt they'll do an MRI to see if there's any additional damage in there. I have no clue what they're going to do. But I will keep you posted, and I got to get going. Y'all take care. Much love. Bye.